Hello learners, till now we have discussed about operational ratios and also we have discussed about margin ratios, right? Now we will be discussing new ratios and these ratios are also important ratios. So I will be discussing about performance ratios, right? So basically in these ratios we will check that whatever money you have invested into your business, whether you are getting proper return from that investment or not, right? So we will be discussing about return on assets, we will be discussing about return on equity, we will be discussing about return on capital employed, and several other ratios we will be discussing, right? So whenever you start a business, what you do, you invest some money, Hana. So let's suppose you have started a business and you have invested 100 crore rupees into this business, right? From this money, what you will be doing, you will be buying some assets, right? Definitely you will be buying some non-current assets, and you will be buying some current assets for your business to run your business, right? So in total, what you have done, you have invested 100 crore rupees, right? And with the help of these assets, machineries or maybe inventory or cash, what you will be doing, you will be doing manufacturing, and after manufacturing you will sell your product in market, right? And from this sales you will be able to generate profit, right? Now what you will try to do here, you will try to calculate that you have invested 100 crore rupees, and from this 100 crore investment into assets, how much return you are able to generate. Let's suppose your company is earning a profit of 25 crore rupees, right? So how much you have invested? You have invested 100 crore rupees, and from this investment you are able to generate revenue of 25 crore rupees, right? You are able to generate revenue of 25 crore rupees. So this is your return on assets, right? So if I try to calculate this value in terms of percentage, so what will be the formula? Formula is going to be profit divided by total asset value, right? This is going to be return on assets, right? Into 100 you have to do, into 100 you will be doing. So here if you see 25 crore divided by 100 crore into 100 you will be doing. So here you will be getting the value that is 25%, right? Here you will be getting the value that is 25%. This is your return on assets, right? Similarly, if I talk about return on equity, what is return on equity, right? When you start your business now, apart from equity, what you do, you can raise money from banks also. There are several other instruments. With the help of those instruments, what you will be able to do, you will be able to raise money, right? Now if you see, you have raised 100 crore rupees. Out of this 100 crore, 50 crore you have raised from equity, and let's suppose remaining 50 crore you have raised from this debt, right? Now if you want to calculate that how much return you are able to calculate from equity, right? How much return you are able to calculate from equity. So what you will be doing, your profit is 25 crore. Now here what will be the formula if you want to calculate return on equity? So formula is going to be profit divided by equity value, right? This is going to be the formula, right? So if you see here, so what is your profit? Profit is 25 crore, and you will be dividing this by 50 crore, right? So here return on equity is going to be how much? It is going to be 50% in this case, right? Similarly, if you want to calculate return on capital employed, so what is the formula of return on capital employed, right? So return on capital employed generally means equity share capital, right? Equity shareholder fund, and it includes long-term debt, right? It won't be including short-term debt, right? It won't be including short-term debt. Now let's suppose this debt include long-term debt of 30 crore, right? And short-term debt of 20 crore, right? Short-term debt of 20 crore, right? So here we won't be including this 20 crore rupees for calculation of return on capital employed, right? So capital employed means long-term capital. So if I calculate capital employed, so equity shareholder fund is 50 crore and long-term debt is 30 crore, right? So what is the value of capital employed here? Value of capital employed is 80 CR here, right? It is pakke pakke say 80 CR. Now, how much you've invested? You have invested 80 CR, that is your capital employed. And how much profit you are able to generate? You are able to generate 25 crore rupees profit. So in this case, what will be your ROCE? ROCE is going to be here profit divided by capital employed. So what is your profit here? Your profit is 25 crore divided by 80 crore, right? So here your approximately we can say your return is 30%, right? So this is how we will be calculating return on asset, return on capital employed, and return on equity, right? So here if you see, Our return on asset is 20%. That is good enough, right? Total, you have invested 100 crore rupees in asset and you are getting 20% return. That is good enough. Return on equity, you are getting 28%. That is also good enough amount. And if you see return on capital employed, is 33%, which is well enough, right? Now, further, if you see what is asset turnover, right? Here, what you're doing, you have invested 100 crore rupees in asset. What you have done, you have invested 100 crore rupees in asset. Now, from this 100 crore rupees asset, how much sales you are able to generate, right? Let's suppose you are able to generate sales of rupees 200 crore, right? You are able to generate 200 crore rupees sale, right? So asset turnover ratio generally talks about that by how much you have invested in your assets, and from those assets, from those investment, how much revenue you are able to generate, right? So you have invested 100 crore rupees and you are able to generate sales of rupees 200 crore. So it is two times, it is two times of your total asset. So what is going to be the formula for asset turnover ratio? So formula is going to be sales, I will write it here only, divided by turnover, right? Sorry, it will be asset, sales divided by asset. So here, if you see here, turnover is 200 crore. So in my case, here your asset turnover ratio is going to be 200 crore divided by 100 crore. That is going to be two times. Pakke pakke se, it is going to be here two times, right? Here, your asset turnover ratio is given one. It means your company is able to generate equal revenue as compared to assets, right? So this is what the meaning of asset turnover ratio, right? Further, we will be discussing about remaining ratios in coming lecture. Thank you. Thanks a lot.